Hello trade pros. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to trade futures successfully in 3 weeks. We're going to set a plan for you and how to transition as a live trader. So let's get started. So when you're first starting out with your trading, the one thing that a lot of traders make a mistake on is jumping in the markets too soon and making the leap into live trading. What you want to do instead is take 1 full week to just observe the market. This is called just watching the market. It's that simple. A few markets for you to watch are the S&P 500, Dow Jones, Russell, crude oil, and NASDAQ. Start by watching these 5 markets for 1 full week. Create yourself a chart and just really absorb what's happening. Without having a position in the market, you're really allowing yourself to learn through observing what's taking place and seeing the action without having a bias or an opinion. So that's going to be your very first week. All right, so in week 1, what you're going to be doing is just observing the markets. You're going to be sitting at your computer, preparing yourself with your morning routine and your psychology, but instead of trading, you're just going to watch these 5 markets. In addition to just watching, what you're also going to want to do is start to identify trend structure. So as you're waiting at your computer, you want to look at each one of these markets throughout the day and answer these questions. Are we moving in an up market or a down market? Or is there a lack of a trend and we're sitting in consolidation? So for the first week, you're going to be sitting and observing these markets and answering these following questions. Are we putting in higher highs and higher lows? And if that's the case, we're in a bullish market. This is called an uptrend. In an uptrend market, many times new traders get the temptation to sell because they missed the move higher. But what you're going to do is be patient, wait, and observe. How far does the market go up once it breaks its high? How far does it sell off? And where does it find support? So these are very important things you want to be looking through and analyzing throughout your first week without doing any trading. Just watch the charts, get to know these markets, and you're going to gain a deeper understanding of what to expect and when. And this all starts by learning how to analyze the trend first. It's very important to know where the market's going in order for you to be able to get there in weeks 2 and 3. All right, in week 2, we're going to start to apply trading zones. So now that you've had a foundational understanding of market structure and trends and given yourself the opportunity to observe for 5 trading days, you're going to be able to have picked up on how far trends run and how deep they sell off before they continue back to the upside. So what we're going to do here is start drawing trading zones. But this entire week is going to be committed and focused to you drawing trading zones. So week 1, you just observed. Week 2, you're going to start to draw trading zones on your charts. All 5 of them, S&P, NASDAQ, crude oil, Russell, and the Dow. So as you're drawing these zones, you're going to sit there and wait. And all you're going to do is wait for that moment for the market to hit your zone. Once it lands in your zone, start to observe what happens with the market. Watch other markets. Are correlations starting to move? Look at order flow. Are there more buyers coming in looking to push the bid higher? Look at sellers as well. Are offers looking to get out of the way, which could indicate a runaway is about to happen back in the direction of your trend. So now that you're zoning, you're picking levels of interest where you could create trade opportunities. As traders, we're not just looking to take every trade. The trade pro way is to take the good trades only. And that starts by drawing zones. In fact, I want to bring up a special guest for you guys to talk about trading zone with me. Azalea, come on by and take the hot seat. Yay!
Hi.
This is Azalea.
Hi, George.
Hello. Azalea joined TRADEPRO Academy most recently. She's our newest member, and she's having really good progress. And one of the first things we had in our discussion, Azalea, I don't know if you remember, is you were looking for some trade opportunities and you were jumping at a lot of different trades. What was the one thing we said? Start drawing what?
The zones.
Zones. Amazing. So that's the very first thing we did. She was looking at market price action, but then we said, look, to know where you're going to get in and get out, it starts with having a zone, a level, an idea. And she's implemented that, and it's done really well. Want to share some processes around the zones, how you draw them and how they work for you?
Absolutely. It's very interesting. So one of the most interesting things was the hardest part was not being in every trade. And so based on what I learned from George, one of the main things is that you spend 95% of the time really watching what's happening and 5% taking action. And it's kind of like a sniper. So it actually completely changed the way I traded by implementing the zones. So when you see where the levels are, where the maximum peak that it hit, or the lowest points where it would not break, it's interesting to see that there's actually trends. Once you are able to mark out your zones. And when you see where the market is going and you see that it either will go into the zones or out of the zones, you're really able to implement a lot of the strategies that you learned from George. And that's what I ended up I started implementing in my trading, and it made a huge difference. So follow the system.
High five to market zoning. Thanks, Azalea, for jumping on.
Thank you.
All right, and finally, we've gotten to week number 3. So your anticipation at the beginning to trade might have been high, but taking a step back and being able to observe for the first week and watch without a bias and opinion has given you confidence and is giving you knowledge and analysis on where the trends are going to go and what to expect. Drawing zones allows you to identify where you're going to take action. So you don't have to be in the market every moment. You have to be in the market in the right moment. So with your zones, you've waited patiently to be able to get into the market and you have your levels. And now that we've done these two things, the next most important step is to start trading on a simulated account. Now I understand nobody's paid their bill by simulated trading. However, the knowledge that you get in a simulated trading account builds the foundation for you earning profit in the future. So what you need to do in the sim account is treat this thing like it's real money. If you're down a trade, don't just go on the ladder and say, I'm going to add 30 lots to get my way out of this loss. It's tempting, but treat every single dollar in your simulated account as if though it's real money, because you are creating real habits and you're learning real lessons. Even though you're on a sim account today, that's going to be the foundation for your profit later on. So there you have it, a 3-week program, step by step, on how to start from learning to application and starting to trade live. All right, trade pros, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe and hit the like button below. If you like these videos, we have more coming. And when you do subscribe, hit the notifications bell to receive updates on our latest videos. Thanks for watching. Manage your risk and trade like a trade pro. Goodbye.